Going to talk about Lagos traffic. Of course, we've talked about. You need to change the topic to Lagos politics. Are we expecting someone from another party soon? I ask because you have invited. Okay, this is actually not for us on this program. From Sam from Lekki says, I would like to know what they want to do with Agberos in Lagos. They beat up drivers and conductors even in the presence of police. This is not what is obtainable in mega cities.
Well, I agree with him. I mean, our behavior generally as a people, we all need to improve on it.
That's right.
The way we drive in traffic and so on and so forth. One of the things that we did before was also to stop the collection of money at parts. Now, people, you can join any association. So you can be a member of a law, or whatever, a medical team, engineers. We all pay our dues, but nobody harasses us on the road. So, and that's the, but you see, it needs education. It needs for us, because whether we like it or not, these people that he's talking about, they are somebody's cousin, they are somebody's
husbands,
uncle, they are somebody's
children,
husband,
brothers.
they are our friends, they are our citizens. So they are a good member of our society, and we need to inculcate them into the right culture. And that's part of why we said our government will be an inclusive government. We must engage people. We've engaged them before. The blue buses were owned by bus owners, by the yellow bus driver, because we took them there at the time to Colombia to see how it was done, and they were able to buy into it.
They went and they came back.
They came back and saw that. But do you want your child to be like this? Do you want your child to be proud of your job? So why not do it this way? And we were able to do so. What we need to do is to engage them to make sure that there is a right way and there is a wrong way.
All right, before we round off, prices for shops or stalls in markets redeveloped by private developers are out of the reach of the original occupants from the destroyed traditional markets. Example, Tejo, what's going to be done about this?
Well, for Tejo, there are different categories. So what has happened is that you now build with a semblance of a mall, but there are still what is called the K-clamps. The K-clamps are small. Those, as at the last time that I know, was about 1 million, and you don't have to pay one time. Now, the big ones where you have, banks and so on, and the idea is this. Look, one of the major problems in housing, in all this, is that we should stop buying things like we buy yam and rice. So what that means is, if there is a mortgage system, you have a title. So that woman that has a stall can have a title to a shop. And that becomes a collateral item. Part of the problem of our society is we have properties that cannot be collateralized. So by having a market that has a title that you can use to do whatever you want to do in terms of the financing helps, because as part of the system. So what that means is this: when people are delivering to a market, they can deliver to a whole lot of people. And what that means, because of scale of economics, the prices can actually reduce. So we are trying to change the culture. But normally, it's not easy at the beginning. But like they said, the prices must not be too high. And then it must be spread over a period of time. So that they don't pay one short deal. It's 5 years, 6 years, and so on and so forth.
All right, we're looking forward to having you repeat this visit to the station, because there are so many issues. The messages are so many: Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp, and all of that. I'd like a commitment from you. Is it possible, after having you, would also like to have your principal here? There are issues to be discussed.
Well, if you invite us, of course, we'll be here.
Oh, great.
We will be here, no doubt about it.
So we'll find time to do that. I want to say thank you so much for your time this evening, Dr. Hamzat. We appreciate your presence on the Daily Report tonight. And hopefully we'll reach out to you and let you know when you would come on radio, television. I can see some of my colleagues around, and I'm sure they're going to have to ask you a few questions. Well, that's our show tonight. We're back again tomorrow. That's at 7 o'clock. Be part of the show. You have no idea who it is who will be guesting. Lagos is such a big place. There are issues. There are so many people who have an idea of what it is. They are thinking they know exactly what it is. But unless you hear from the characters who are in the movie called Lagos, you may never understand exactly what it is. Not to worry, your messages won't go to waste. We'll find a way to get it across to Dr. Hamzat. My name is Ife Onyebule. Of course, the program has been